What's up everybody, Review Man here, and today I am reviewing the next episode of South Park called Sons of Witches. Now this is about the guys in South Park. They're going on the annual Jack and Crack Witch Weekend, which means they drink a little Jack Daniels, smoke a little crack, and they pretty much have fun just each year dress up like witches and have some fun for a week. Until this year, a guy named Chip Duncan, he brings a spell book. He does it like this big old spell, and he does a spell, and that turns him into a witch, and that's causing him to turn into a witch, causing havoc all over town, and just pretty much putting a damper on their fun. And then the next story, leaving that there. Then the next story we got going on is Cartman getting a little pissed off at his girlfriend Heidi, because she's taking forever to do things. She's doing this, she's doing that. She's making him late for to go to a pumpkin patch. She's just making him late and taking her own sweet time and doing this, just taking her time. And then he's getting all ticked off because he wants to go do things, and Heidi's just taking her own sweet time, just like a woman. No, I'm kidding. And while that's going on, the boys in South Park, they're trying to figure out how to get rid of the witch. And so what they do is they call the president up, because Mr. Garrison used to be part of the weekend, and now it's President Garrison. He used to be part of the weekend, and then he says, "Oh sure, let me guess, it's Chip Duncan. He was never great at that, but I'll be right there." And so what that happens is, let's see, Butter's dad, he comes to Randy and he says, "I think we need to put a stop to Chip Dunk. I think we need to put a stop to this." And Randy is like, "Yeah, I know what you mean. Meet me tomorrow night at midnight." And then he calls up some other people and he said, we need to sacrifice Butter's dad. We need to sacrifice him to the devil. Yeah, meet me tomorrow night at Ross's Dress for Less." And so while all this is going on, Cartman figures out a way to get Heidi out of the picture. And what he does is he pretty much dresses him and Heidi up as Hansel and Gretel. And the witch, then he strands Heidi in the middle of the woods. And the witch just picks up Heidi, stuffs her in a bag. And Cartman runs to the police. He says, "This witch, she took my girlfriend, put her in this sack, and then he said, you pretty much just left your girlfriend, abandoned her." And he's like, "Yeah, there was a witch." Yeah. And while then they get a call that says the witch has been spotted at the Ross's Dress for Less. And then the call's like, "Everybody get over there." And then everybody's over there. Here comes, we got Butter's dad, then we got all the other guys that are surrounding him. And there's one thing that's funny in this entire episode. Everybody's on a witch hunt, but nobody says witch hunt. It's always like witch tracker thing, or witch prosecutor thing, or witch whatever, or witch tracker down thing. But nobody ever says witch hunt, even though that's what's going on throughout the entire episode. And so while that's going on, you got Butter's dad being surrounded by the guys, and then the actual witch, Chip Duncan, he says, "I'm gonna use." Everybody's like, "Oh, come on, Chip. We're witches. We're not like you, but we're witches." And then he said, "I'm gonna use the power of the kids to have my powers." And then before that happens, Mr. President Garrison comes in. He says, "Come on, Chip. This used to be fun. This used to be fun. We used to have fun all the time." And then he said, "But yeah, fun's boring." And he said, "I got a spell for you." And then Mr. Garrison, or President Garrison, was like, "All right, go ahead, take your shot." And then then you see a shot of this satellite. You see a shot like the satellite with a laser on top of it. It's aiming like right at Chip, and it shoots Chip, and it destroys him, destroying the witch. And then everybody's like, "Yay, the witch is gone! The witch is gone! The witch is gone!" And then he said, "Okay, we still have 3 more days of Jack and Crack Witch Week." And then Garrison was like, "I got some crack, I got some Jack, and I got a private jet." And everybody, all the dads in South Park are running off with Mr. Garrison. And Randy's like, "Don't wait up, Sheila, I'm gonna go smoke crack with El Presidente." And all the kids are being let out the bag and being released from the witch's spell. And then they said, "Is anybody else in there?" And they said, only one little girl." And it turned out to be Heidi. And she takes forever to get out of the bag. She said, "I gotta get in here, I gotta get out of here." And then our last scene of the episode was Cartman and Heidi. They're going trick-or-treating. But the last scene is pretty much the entire joke of the entire episode. Heidi's taking forever, and Cartman's getting a little pissed off because Heidi's taking forever because he's just not used to dealing with a girl. So yeah, anyway, that was Sons of a Witch. Sons of Witches. Pretty good episode. Yeah, it was, South Park is getting back to its roots. Oh yeah, and there's one more thing I need to tell you about last week's episode. At the end of it, Marcus went to the doctor seminar, and he said, "I need to talk to y'all guys." And pretty much that's talking about them giving the drugs to them giving the drugs in exchange for the homos. So yeah, anyway, watch my last review, watch this review, like, comment, subscribe, guys, all that good YouTube stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.